Next up at the polls, Saskatchewan. Voters will cast in-person ballots tomorrow, but that province has also had a significant number of advance and mail-in votes. There's no doubt the COVID-19 pandemic has shifted the way elections are conducted in this country. Our chief political correspondent, David Akin, is here to talk about how these changes could be permanent. David, BC is an example.
Well, Robin, the numbers are simply staggering. In BC, as many as 30% of all votes cast came in by mail.
And in Saskatchewan on Monday, it looks to be the same. A record turnout already in advance votes, and the mail-in ballots could total more than 10% of the vote.
I think that bodes well for the electoral system and for the interest of everyday voters in our democracies.
The change is being driven, of course, by the pandemic.
We're really bending the curve by reducing the potential for spread of COVID-19 because people are voting by vote by mail. They're taking advantage of advance voting, and that means that they're spreading it out for Election Day as well.
But this trend is almost certain to be permanent. That's one reason why Canada's Chief Electoral Officer, Stéphane Perreault, is pressing MPs to change Canada's elections law.
There is a challenge there that exists at a national level that does not compare provincially or locally.
In the 2019 general election, about 50,000 Canadians voted by mail. Elections Canada believes that if there is a fall federal election, 4 million Canadians, not 50,000, 4 million would vote by mail. And that is going to fundamentally change how campaigns work.
You got to have earlier debates. You've got to have the platform more dialed up and rolled out as a whole. I think those things are going to change.
And to make sure that voters have time to get their ballots and mail them back, Canada's Chief Electoral Officer is already on record urging Prime Minister Justin Trudeau that if there is a fall election, it should be as long as legally possible, about 7 weeks, rather than the minimum length, 5 weeks, of the 2019 federal election. Robin?
David Akin in Ottawa. Thanks, David.